they will qualify. Ecuador against Uruguay and Venezuela against Paraguay. Let's put this into some sort of perception, though. Argentina, Aussie, against Peru tonight. Bottom, they've only scored 2 away goals in these World Cup qualifiers. One of those was an own goal. They're 91st in the world ranking, behind Bahrain, Benin and Burkina Faso. So they are not a power in world football anymore, Peru. Only victory will do, and it has to be by a good margin to give them some confidence, does it, ahead of Uruguay in their final game for Argentina?
Well, first is to win the game. I don't think that anybody is thinking about scoring a lot of goals or anything like that. The first thing is to win. We need to win this game. I believe if we don't win the game tonight, we are not going to win the World Cup. This is how important it is. And it's going to be very, very nervous surrounding in El Monumental in Buenos Aires. We are very lucky in a way that we are playing Peru, that, as you say, are the worst team in South America. It's a pity that they're in such a bad position, but this is the case right now. So we will see. I believe Argentina is playing with with a lot of players with not a lot of experience. A lot of players have the first cup, for example, was such an important game. So I would say anything can happen. It's going to be a very, very nervous affair. But I believe that Argentina, because of the individual, at the end of the day, they are going to have the result that they want, and it's that we are going to win.
Just saw Maradona waving. Will he be waving goodbye to the coaching job of Argentina, though, in a couple of games' time? 7 changes he's made to this side. To make sense of that, our commentary team, Terry Gibson and John Driscoll.
Welcome along. This is the game they're bound to win. This is the one that we all put 3 points beside when totting up how many Argentina would end up with at the end of the campaign. But under Diego Maradona, nothing is quite what it seems. 3 consecutive defeats in World Cup qualifying is already an unwanted record. Their 43-match unbeaten run was broken at home by Brazil. We'll have a period of reflection, and we'll come back with the teams after that. And so here we go. Their 43-match unbeaten run at home was broken. Peru, though, haven't beaten Argentina since 1997. They've never beaten them in Argentina. So defeat is unthinkable, surely. But with Diego Maradona in charge, nothing has quite turned out as Argentina would have wanted. It's a famous venue. It's where they won the World Cup in 1978, the home of River Plate. It could be the scene of an unwelcome nightmare tonight if they were to slip up against Peru. But Peru are rank outsiders. We know that they are not going. By this stage, 4 years ago, Argentina were already well qualified. They qualified with 3 games to spare. It's going down to the wire. We'll keep you up to date with the scores as we go from the other games. It will all go down to Wednesday. The only way that things can be really resolved tonight, if Argentina lose here and Ecuador win in their game, then we know that they can't qualify automatically. Almost any other scenario keeps it open until Wednesday. So much relies on the shoulders of Lionel Messi. He hasn't performed as we know he can under Diego Maradona. And here he is. Could this be his night? Higuain's had his first touch in international football. It's lively from Argentina. The final shot was a little disappointing from one of the new guys who's come in tonight. This is Enzo Perez.
I think it's the best spell of football, passing football we've seen from Argentina for at least 4 or 5 games. Lionel Messi involved in every aspect of that attack. It's vital tonight. He plays in a position, a free role where he can just go and get on the ball. His fellow teammates just give him the ball as much as possible. Just hope for a huge slice of inspiration, a huge slice of magic. And they're big players. There's no bigger player for Argentina than Lionel Messi.
This is Jonas Gutierrez, who comes in at right back tonight. Here's Messi with one of those clever reverse balls that we know he can pull off so well. Came off Enzo Perez. He played the last ball in, comes off a defender behind for a corner for Argentina. We'll recap the team news for you in a moment, but first of all, Argentina keeping the pressure on. This is so much better. If you haven't been following these games, you might be taken aback by Argentina's position and how poorly they played. Big team news concerns this man taking the corner, Aymar back in the side. It's not the most convincing of punches by Leao Boutron, the Peru goalkeeper. Aymar is back in the Argentina side after a 2-year absence. They make 7 changes tonight. He always makes changes. Diego Maradona totally reworking his defence. Liverpool's Emiliano Insua makes his debut. Jonas Gutierrez plays at right back, not a natural position for him. 36-year-old Rolando Schiavi wins his 3rd cap. That's all in front of a goalkeeper winning his 2nd cap, Sergio Romero. Higuain finally gets a call, making his debut up front. And then, as I say, Enzo Perez, who wasn't named in the original squad, he was called up as cover for Javier Mascherano, and then he ends up playing alongside him. The latest players to suffer the job. Zanetti's out, Gargo's out, Datolo, who is the last player to score for them, he's out, Lisandro's out, Maxi's out, Papa's out, Dominguez out. They all played in the last couple of games. 5 of the starters in the Paraguay game weren't in the squad, and Veron is suspended after his red card in that. And that brings the total number of players that he's called on to 78 in less than a year of international football.
One of the newcomers there, Enzo Perez, playing alongside Mascherano in central midfield, but already on 3 occasions, in opening 3, just over 3.5 minutes, he's got into an attacking position. So it looks like he's going to be Mascherano just anchoring the midfield for. And Enzo Perez giving licence to go and join in attack with the likes of Messi, Di Maria, Aymar and Higuain.
There's been a clamour for Gonzalo Higuain to be called up. Real Madrid attacker, big and strong and fast, and he, in a way, will give them the focal point that they haven't had, because he's been reluctant to use the likes of Diego Milito and Lisandro, who are similar kinds of players in a way, maybe not as good.
Yeah, he's been relying on Tevez and Aguero in particular, similar type of players. We had Lionel Messi to those two as well. It's quite a diminutive attacking front 3. We need a target man just to hold the ball up, allow players to get in good positions. Argentina do rely on a possession game. It's important you have that striker that can hold the ball up, is mobile. Of course, Gonzalo Higuain is that, and can score a goal or 2 as well.
Aymar will try and perform the playmaker role, putting in the devastating passes through, the job that Riquelme can do so well. Riquelme doesn't play for Argentina, at least not while Maradona is the coach. He's never picked Esteban Cambiaso or Walter Samuel of Inter. Foul there committed by Juan Vargas on Lionel Messi. There's Norberto Solano, of course, very familiar to fans of the Premier League in England. Back playing club football in Peru again. Retiring on Wednesday night, Solano, so this is his penultimate game. He's 34. Argentina attack again with a lovely ball across. And it was a real chance there for the one man that he does show some faith in, constantly picking in his teams. And so it did seem to be a little offside. He was offside.
Just a yard or so offside there. The assistant referee raising his flag. The defence just lost concentration there. Quick free kick. Argentina almost took a vital lead.
The one game in which they have looked good was the Venezuela match. First half was a little ropey, but then they were too strong for Venezuela in the home game, ended up winning 4-0, and everyone thought that he was on the right track. Since then, the only game they won in competitive matches was a real hard-fought affair against Colombia, where Cata Diaz headed the only goal. He's never been picked since.
Of course, we get the obligatory changes from Diego Maradona. It is slightly unsettling. The problem with international football is you don't get days and days and weeks to bed down players and bed down a system of play. Not only have we seen changes in personnel, we've seen changes in the style of play, They've played with 3 at the back in one game. I think it's Bolivia when they lost 6-1. And they do keep changing those players, and it's difficult for new players to come into the squad. Of course, then you've got the added problem of the players that think they are regulars suddenly are not. They're jettisoned from the squad altogether. And there's a lack of belief that spreads amongst the squad then in regarding their own, they're not securing their own places in the squad.
It's a good take by Di Maria. Beaten to the second ball though, and Peru are able to clear. Di Maria is back in. He was given a 4-game ban after his red card in that embarrassing defeat against Bolivia that you referred to, Terry, and it was a terrible challenge. It came on, didn't they? They were really up against it, came on and got sent off really quickly for a ridiculous challenge. Really not what was needed in that kind of situation. On one of Argentina's worst nights. If they lose tonight, it will be something up there rivaling that.
I think it was their worst defeat in 53 years, and unfortunately for Maradona, the spell has just gone on and got worse and worse. Really, they should be in this position. We've seen Paraguay qualify and they haven't got the individual talent that Argentina have got. Chile are on the verge of qualifying as well. By no means do they compare player for player. Look at the squad available to Maradona. Not that he always picks the best players at his disposal. They certainly should be in this position. And it's critical now. It's a critical situation for one of the giants of world football.
This is Vargas. He plays for Fiorentina. He's a left-sided midfield player tonight. He can play left wing back, left back as well. There's Solano, the captain. That's well one back. Mascherano doing the job that is in the team for. And sparking the attack again. Can he find Gonzalo Higuain? Had time to get it down and try the turn. Eventually they got to him. The clearance isn't the most convincing. Gutierrez tries to keep it going. And Di Maria will strike it. And strike with power is a talented player, no doubt about that.
It's excellent work from Mascherano. Peru had a little bit of spell of possession. Mascherano decides to leave his position, go and hunt the ball down, win it back, set Argentina on the attack. Gonzalo Higuain there, just trying to evade the attentions of Zambrano in the 18-yard box. See the long-range effort from Di Maria. It's important that Argentina have aggression in their game tonight. It's vital that Mascherano leads them in those situations. People follow suit, start closing down and winning the ball back as quickly as possible.
Peru are bottom of the group. They can raise themselves off the bottom, but they're also looking basically to the future, towards the campaign after this one. I guess it's been a tough time for them. The glory days are long since behind them. They were briefly suspended by FIFA. It was lifted. There were no games played in that time because of interference by politicians with their FA. The last meeting between these two ended in a draw, a late equalising goal in Lima by Fano, who is playing up front tonight. Cambiasso scored the goal for Argentina. The most famous or infamous meeting was in 1978 in the World Cup. It was the second group stage, and Argentina had to win by 4-0, and they won by 6-0, among allegations of bribery, denied of course by both camps. And in an echo of past days, there were some stories in the Peruvian press this week about offers made to the Peru players, offers made to lose this game, and offers made to win or draw it. If there's any truth in that, then they're on to a winner regardless of the result. Gutierrez, who was injured for the last 2 qualifiers that they lost. This is Aymar, hasn't played since the Copa America final in 2007. And they've been through some players since then. It's only 29 which does raise an eyebrows, doesn't it? Because he was very young when he first came in. Pablo Aimar winning his 51st cap tonight. This is Vargas for Peru. Whistles as the word for the Peruvian anthem before the game. Well, they were in the penalty area there, and Jonas Gutierrez got back and put the challenge in. And it's Johan Fano who is down. I think the game will have to stop.
But again, it's Peru, the little spell of possession. I think that's important. Argentina don't allow that. Peru will grow in confidence, expecting an onslaught from the home team. See Fano there just trying to get him behind Gutierrez. Might be a cause of concern for Argentina. The lack of defensive cover down the right flank. Gutierrez, as we all know, certainly not a fullback. So I think Maradona would like him to play in an advanced position further up the pitch. But at times he's going to be called upon to defend.
Peru have lost 7 of their last 8 matches. The one they won actually does Argentina a big favour. They beat Uruguay in September with a late goal by Rengifo, who's on the bench. Without that, Argentina wouldn't even be in the playoff place as they are at the moment. They'd be below Uruguay, and their last game is against Uruguay on Wednesday night. Of course, we've got that one for you as well. Where they hope to complete their comeback. And in the CONCACAF region, it's looking like it will be Honduras or perhaps Costa Rica who the playoff will be against. There was a point at which it looked like it might be Mexico, so that's better news for Argentina or for whoever ends up in that position, Ecuador, Peru or whoever. Aimar tries to sweep it on into the penalty area. Di Maria does well, wins a free kick, just about in shooting distance.
Can we see Messi linking up with Pablo Aimar? I think it's important, it's crucial tonight. Those two can link up, give service to Gonzalo Higuain, likes of Di Maria there, fouled by Luis Ramirez. They look nice and bright in attack, Argentina. Plenty of movement, plenty of skill. Just like to see them in midfield go and win the ball back quicker and keep piling on that pressure.
Aimar, I think it was a shot. Played in 2 World Cups for Argentina. Probably thought his days were over.
A 2-year gap between his caps, but with Maradona in charge at the moment, I guess he might have expected the unexpected. Of course, he's got his call up tonight. There was talk that Messi was involved in the selection of Aimar back in the squad.
Now here's a promising situation for Argentina until the final ball. Was a little disappointed by Di Maria. Buffon did well to catch it.
No, it's very disappointing. This is a great opportunity in the final third. Zambrano commits himself. It's caught out position. Back four really unsettled. Good attacking numbers. Attacking the 18-yard box. And it needed far better quality on that cross.
But it is all Argentina. We saw young Sergio Romero come in for his debut in the Paraguay game. He's changed his goalkeepers throughout as well, Maradona, but he seems to have hit upon a very good one here. Plays for AZ Alkmaar in Holland. Picked up an injury in his last game actually, but is okay to play. And he was very positive and made some really good saves against Paraguay. That could have been even worse that night without Romero. Free kick here for Argentina, foul on Este.
Fano has been involved in most of the attacking play that Peru have had so far.
This is Jonas Gutierrez for Argentina. He's got Higuain in the middle. Beaten in the air. He might get another chance here. There should be plenty of pressure for Argentina. And Di Maria puts it in again. It's good play by Messi. We know he's got pace. We know he can take players on. It's so hard to knock off the ball. Here is Messi. Keeps on going, has to get round one of his own teammates down on the ground and tries to play in. Higuain. He goes over the top again, a simple route through to Angel Di Maria of Benfica. Wins a corner.
Fantastic play from Lionel Messi. It's Perez that was laying down on the floor injured. Messi not had to beat the defenders, had to dribble around his own player. And then he found the way through to supply Gonzalo Higuain.
Messi's corner, too close to the goalkeeper. Higuain, by the way, only tonight actually commits his future to Argentina. He'd always said that was his intention, but he could have played for France. He was born in France, because his dad was an international player. Colombia have taken the lead against Chile, an Arturo Vidal own goal. So as it stands, Colombia move up to 23 points. We'll have all the goals after the game for you. Here's Messi to Aymar. Perez was making the forward run, almost got it through to him, but they win it back. They have to get this right again, Argentina, but they have, and it's over the bar. Well, he looked nailed on to get an opening. A debut goal there for Gonzalo Higuain. Excellent play in the build-up, and he really should have scored.
It's good work from Di Maria, quality on the cross. Higuain looks like he's going to score there, put under pressure by Alberto Rodriguez. Ball marks to the defender. Really expected the back of the net to be bulging there. Gonzalo Higuain on his first cap. And that should have been Argentina, 1 goal to the good. I think cause for optimism, for Maradona. Seen his side create 2 or 3 decent chances in the opening, just coming up for 20 minutes. It would have been such a relief if his side could take one of those. For him personally, I think for his players, they're playing well, there's good movement, good passing. Of course, they don't want a game to go on for much longer. The 0-0 scoreline. Pressure starts to tell. I think their form at the moment, they fully deserve to be in the lead.
Free kick goes against Higuain. Again they're attacking, again they're finding space, and again it's Higuain through. But he mishit it, and the goalkeeper made a save. I think he was wrong-footed there by the scuffed shot by the Argentina number 9.
Again, it's Di Maria. It's a good angled run, straight pass from Di Maria. Gonzalo Higuain completely mistimes the shot.
It's actually a good save, isn't it?
It's an excellent save. He's had to dive to his right, expecting the hard-driven shot from Higuain towards the near post. He's had to improvise, use his left foot to make sure the ball stays safely out of his goal. He's certainly been busy, hasn't he? Been trying in the opening stages of the game. Good pressure from Argentina, mostly down the left flank with Di Maria. It's a good start from the home team.
Reina Torres in the midfield for Peru. Argentina have left Sergio Aguero and Carlos Tevez on the bench tonight, to go with Gonzalo Higuain, supported by Messi, Aymar and Di Maria. Looks better balanced. Easier to look better against Peru at home than it is to play against Paraguay away, and to play Brazil here, of course. They lost their last 3 games. They were always difficult games. You looked on the fixture list and you saw Ecuador away, Brazil home, and then Paraguay away, and you thought before that they wanted to be in a strong position. They were humiliated by Bolivia. Oh, there's Messi on the charge again. Look how quickly they're around him and fouling him.
It's an exquisite couple of touches there, wasn't there, from Messi? Severe pressure. Here we see drops his shoulder. Look at that. Absolutely superb. Ramirez finally brings him down. Referee awarding the set piece. Skill and technique here. Just absolutely wonderful.
The arm up the shoulder from the forward player for Peru retreating. Prompted the Bolivian referee to give the free kick, René Octubre. Peru were trying to put a bit of pressure on him beforehand, saying, I hope he's not a homer, that he's able to withstand the pressure of helping Argentina along the way. This is Messi, floated in. And Butrón confident to let it go behind.
I'm not sure if Messi was trying the shot here or trying to dink it into the box, but nice to attack. A lot of pressure on the goal. Butrón.
Messi hasn't scored since that Venezuela game, the first competitive match for Maradona. In fact, none of their forward players have scored since then. Diaz got the header against Colombia, and Tolo got one against Brazil. And in the competitive matches, that's it. Done well in friendlies, but that's a different matter, isn't it? Played Ghana in a friendly recently with all Argentina-based players. A lovely play again by Messi. So strong, so well balanced. Here's Aymar. Back again to the genius that is Leo Messi. Just to show that he's human like the rest of us, he gave it away. But here he is back on the ball again. And again dancing away from challenges. And going for the 1-2 here, Messi. Being found offside.
Again, it's good play from Mascherano. Again, that Argentina lost possession before Peru played their way out of trouble. It's a close call for the assistant referee there. It goes in favour of the defenders. Mascherano really set the tone for the Argentinian play. Going and positive pressing, winning the ball back quickly, not allowing Peru to get a foothold in this game.
The Argentina Federation, by the way, have arranged a friendly game against Spain in mid-November, the dates of the playoffs, as part of the Spanish Federation's centenary celebrations. Obviously hoping that they can make that appointment and they're not taking on Costa Rica or Honduras or whoever. That's Jose del Solar, who is the coach of Peru, of course. 74 caps he won as a player. It's not out of play by Carlos Zambrano of Schalke. Got a few foreign-based players, most of them play in Peru. Albi Solano wins the free kick, former Newcastle and West Ham and Aston Villa player. Giving away a soft free kick, really. Just leaning into the back of the very, very experienced Peru skipper. The only two teams not involved tonight, you can see tomorrow night in South America. Bolivia versus Brazil, that's 9 p.m. Sky Sports 1 on the red button from kickoff. The rest of the game you can pick up later in the evening. Brazil already qualified, but always worth watching, of course. Free kick here again for Argentina. Aymar is fouled by Vilches. I don't think there's any need to brandish that imaginary yellow card, is there?
It's a good run for Aymar. He's been really busy. Really wants to get involved in all the attacking play. Must be a player who's not affected by the lack of confidence amongst the ranks at the moment. Not been involved for 2 years.
he decides to run with it. And why not when you've got his ability? Here is Messi.
You can sense the understanding between those two players, can't you? Aymar and Messi. Appreciation of each other's abilities. Obviously enjoyed playing with each other. As I said earlier, I think there was talk that Messi was hopeful that we had a word with Maradona that Aymar would be back in the squad. If so, he's got his wish. And they're just lacking that goal at the moment. The rest of the players have been excellent tonight, but so it should be against a Peruvian team that's down on its confidence, probably wants the qualification process to end as quickly as possible. Argentina do need to get that breakthrough and get the 1-goal lead.
Messi fouled. Probably say that a couple of dozen times in the course of most games. Main save forward to Aymar. Shows his strength. Good play again by Aymar, but no free kick this time. Plays for Benfica these days, Pablo Aymar. He had lost track of him since he left Spain and Zaragoza. Teammate then of Di Maria. That's Schiavi, the 36-year-old, who was called up to universal surprise, including his own, for those September games. He was the one who, when Maradona rang him, asked the coach if it was a hoax. There are lots of players I think most of us would put in the Argentina team ahead of him. But he is there, he's got his chance. This is Gonzalo Higuain. A lovely play again, smart turn by Di Maria. Now Messi. Messi plays the early ball this time. The attempt at the fancy finish was from Aymar.
So Argentina at their best, quick passing, one touch, two-touch stuffing. Goal with Higuain. Di Maria finally falls to Lionel Messi. Just tries to fade it in towards Pablo Aymar. Tried an audacious back heel. Again, it's those two players linking up, always looking dangerous. Just imagine eventually break that Peru defence. Falls one past Buchon in the goal.
Oh, misplaced pass in the midfield there by Solano, actually, of all people. Perez getting forward, and Gutierrez on the overlap. What he's in the side for is the defender on the seat of his pants, and then dinked into the back post, and it's popped up in the air, and that's good goalkeeping by Buchon. Fouled by Messi. Wasn't a great header by Zambrano, straight up in the air.
So Messi battling away the far post. Good play from Buchon, who I think injures his own player, Zambrano. So it's just dinked up towards the far post. Desperate defending. Peru. Movement's excellent from Messi. He's popping up in all types of attacking positions. Di Maria, Pablo Aymar.
There were reports this week that Maradona had threatened to quit his job as Argentina's coach unless he got to run things his way. Usually for a threat to work, the person on the receiving end has to fear the consequences.
It's probably the last thing his squad needed this week for him to add more pressure onto the whole situation.
He later denied it, said it was a misunderstanding. It's misunderstood in lots of ways, Diego Maradona. Had a right old rant at Manchester City as well over the injury to Pablo Zabaleta. He played in the Monday night game, having been called up, picked up an injury, and Maradona had this idea that someone from the Argentina FA should have gone to Manchester to stop him playing.
As if.
Exactly how he saw that panning out, I'm not sure.
I think he blamed Bilardo, didn't he? His supposed mentor at the Argentinian FA, who's involved with Maradona and the squad, as meant to be an experienced coach to oversee things, give advice to Maradona. I don't think the relationship is quite working out as planned.
This is Gutierrez. Gets it back again. Perez winning his second cap. He played in the Ghana game. That was when he won his first cap. He's 23. Plays for Estudiantes. Too much more, we can't really tell you. It was another surprise call. But it whistles around the stadium now. Just wondering if the mood is changing at El Monumental. Schiavi forward, but it's deflected out of play, so it's an Argentina throw. Aymar with a lovely drift past a couple of players. The defending has been good enough from Peru. Don't want to heap praise on them because they've been hanging on a little bit.
The tactics from Peru, they've all retreated back into their own half. Argentina got to show a little bit of patience.
It's Gabiense, the centre-back on the overlapping run here. No one making that run to the back post again.
That's what it might need from Argentina, just something different to break up the mass defence that Peru are playing now. Back four, they've got midfield five, they're all sitting deep. See the central defender, Heinze for Argentina. Just needed someone coming into the back post there, would have been an easy chance. Of course, the Argentina defenders at the moment not having to do a lot of defending. Like Gutierrez is probably playing tonight, almost playing as an extra wide player for Argentina. Emiliano Ensue hasn't pushed on as much. Heinze taking the lead there, seeing the space, seeing the opportunity, pushing on to add numbers in the midfield area.
Not a good pass by Schiavi.
They can't afford that, Argentina. They can't afford to be sloppy at all at the back. Got plenty of time, plenty of possession there. They need to up the passing, get into midfield areas. Important they link up with Mascherano. Try and get service into the front players.
Messi was well marshalled that time, forced backwards. They go back to Schiavi. Of course, Peru will be happy to see Schiavi on the ball and not Messi. That wasn't a great ball by Mascherano. It invited the challenge. And Messi does well to come and win it back.
Just finding it slightly more difficult now. Those chances early in the game, they really dominated. Peru finding it a little bit more comfortable now to defend. Occasions committing more players into the midfield area, attacking positions.
And they've got a free kick. Now this is the kind of situation that Peru would have been hoping for. Vargas, the player foul.
Yeah, Vargas makes a good attacking player, but pretty much resigned at the moment to defending, but he loves to break down that left flank. He can get forward, put pressure on the makeshift right back Gutierrez, gives Peru the opportunity. Argentina struggled defending set pieces against Brazil recently. These could be the only chances that Peru get, not from open play, from set pieces.
And what a waste. Now then, all of the other games with something resting on them are taking place at the same time. And there's been a real turnaround in Colombia. Ponce with the equaliser for Chile, and then very quickly after that they took the lead through Suazo, so they have turned that game around and are qualifying as it stands. There's Perez to put it back, and that should be a free kick. So in a way, I think that one probably does Argentina a favour. I think realistically Chile will finish above them. They'd move on to 30 points if they win that game. And if Argentina win here, that would mean Colombia couldn't then catch them. Very complicated. So we'll have all the goals after we finish here, and Rob will bring you up to date with how it all stands as well. And then we'll finish it all off on Wednesday night.
Again, Perez got in a really good position. It really make the most of that final cross into the box. Just a little bit hurried on one or two crosses. The wide areas Argentina just need to more composure, pick out a player. Time is flowing, hasn't it? We started off the game and Argentina were really on top. Some things just get a little bit untidy. Peru finding it more comfortable. We're up to 38 minutes, still no breakthrough Argentina.
They're not rushing here, are they? He does need to take it eventually. Argentina win it back. The chance for Higuain was one clear one, but they haven't really created many to go with the possession. Mascherano almost gives it away. Insua gets forward here to Di Maria. Aymar in the penalty area and across the face. They went close that time. Danger not cleared yet. Higuain keeps it moving. Then Gutierrez to Di Maria, who slips as he struck it. And it took a deflection. Corner for Argentina.
And it's good work from Di Maria. Slides into Pablo Aymar. It's the type of cross strikers dream about getting. Debut in international football. I think Higuain in particular, the main striker, the main centre forward, should be there for a tap-in.
That is to Messi! That was close.
Again, Messi finds space just inside the 18-yard box. I think he was going to curl it, try and swing it in towards the far post. But he went for power. Just inches past the far post. Buffon didn't get a touch. With good pressure again from Argentina as we move towards half-time.
Less than a year in charge for Diego Maradona, who was appointed last November. Had to wait quite a while to make his debut as a coach. Replaced Basile, very experienced manager who stood down. He's now gone back to Boca Juniors. Aymar to Higuain. Good play by Alberto Rodriguez to put the challenge in. As if Chile do make it through tonight, there'll be two Argentine coaches that qualified for the World Cup. And Argentina still waiting. Not short of talent, either coaching or playing. Here's Messi. A little bit of room here for Lionel Messi. And Perez. There is definitely a real feeling of frustration and of impatience now.
Yes, it's certainly grown as the half has progressed. They played well, Argentina. They just can't find that quality final pass or final finish. Good attacks. Perez has been involved in a lot of them, but it's the one player at the moment, I would say, who's lacking that quality in the final third. It's only second cap, the first one being the friendly against Ghana. His first competitive match. The pressure is on in this game. Hasn't got a lot of experience. Maradona can shake things up. Perhaps Aguero and Tevez. Another strike alongside Higuain, I think.
Here's Gutierrez. Perez again. Similar position that he was a minute ago. This time he goes short into Messi. And again, Peru are happy to mass their bodies around the edge of the penalty area. Very deep, very central.
Argentina not having to do a lot of defending, I think. Maradona could get another strike up alongside Higuain, possibly drop Aymar back into midfield. Also Mascherano, which would be the player for me that would make way just to allow that striker. I've seen a couple of crosses flash across the face of the goal. Messi and Aymar are the main support to Higuain, playing slightly deeper. Just need someone to tap in front of the goal, finish these quality moves off.
That was Insure getting forward that time. Not to good effect though. Well, they've got Aguero, Tevez and Martin Palermo on the bench.
Argentina dominated. I think the general play has been excellent. You should expect from a team full of quality players playing against the demoralised Peruvian team.
Got the best of clearances by Schiavi. That wasn't the best of passes either to Vargas. Actually quite a good position there for Peru.
A rare attack away team. Maradona's he's got to come up with a solution during the half-time break. Trying to get that elusive first goal. Calm the nerves of everybody. The longer the game goes on, we'll just sit back and defend. Nothing to lose. They'll be happy with a point.
And Di Maria again looking positive here, and once more it goes in. And a mix-up between defender and goalkeeper. He took it out of the hands of his goalkeeper, but Peru get away with it again and get themselves a free kick to relieve the pressure.
Di Maria supplied a non-stop stream of crosses coming in from the left flank. And he just needed a poacher there to get on the end of that cross from Di Maria. Finish off that attacking move. Has been excellent in the first half. Really caused problems for right back Zambrano. Can't live with his pace.
2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. First half dominated by Argentina, but all square. They stick to plan A. Is plan A good enough? Do they think that, well, we'll get a goal eventually, playing like this, dominating like we are? Or can their coach come up with something?
Goal would certainly ease the anxiety of everybody in this stadium, but of Peruvian players, of course. They were nice and bright in the opening stages of the game. I think the attacking play has been good. Sense the anxiety growing around the stadium now amongst the players. Somehow, as I said, Maradona's got to come up with a solution at half-time. Ensure his team get the goals they deserve, their play deserves. To put it into perspective, Peru have been a poor team in this qualification group. Only 2 away goals in the whole process of qualification. 2 wins. So Argentina should be beaten. As yet, they can't get that breakthrough.
They really can't afford a draw. Too late for that. Dropped too many points since Maradona took over. They weren't brilliant beforehand. They won their first 3 games at the Basile, but then they stuttered a bit. And in the 10 games that he was in charge for, they collected 16 points. Tonight, they're no further forward, really. The Bolivian referee blows his whistle for half-time a little early, we feel. But Argentina a bit frustrated again. They've been in charge. Messi has seen plenty of the ball. Of that, there has been no doubt. But they haven't got a goal, and they need a goal. Half-time at Monumental, Argentina 0, Peru 0.